Hello everyone, it's Emeka here and welcome to the fourth video in this series. And in this lesson we're going to be looking at the concept of double sharps and double flats, okay? And if you don't understand what we've been doing so far in this series, I advise you go back to the first video and watch again. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section and I will attend to them. So let's get straight into what we have for today. So we're going to start off with a double sharp, okay? So what does a double sharp do? A double sharp is a kind of accidental that increases the pitch of a note by a whole step. If you look at the screen right now, you're going to see the symbol for a double sharp. So what it does is it increases the pitch of a note by a whole step. And if you don't know what a whole step interval is, I advise you go watch the second video in this series. So let me give you a practical explanation of how the double sharp works. Like I said, a double sharp increases the pitch of a note by a whole step. So for example, this is the note C. If we wanted to increase the pitch of the note C by a whole step, it simply means we're going to move from C and then we're going to skip this black note, okay? So we're going to have C double sharp. I repeat, if we wanted to increase the pitch of note C by a whole step, we're going to use the skip a note technique, which I explained to you in the second video in this series. And we're going to skip this black note and we're going to move from here, which is C, to here. And then we have C double sharp. So we have C double sharp. So it means the name of those white notes can be called C double sharp. But this is interesting because I already told you before that the name of this note is called D. Okay? But now I'm telling you that you can call it C double sharp. So this white notes here can be called C double sharp. What does this mean? It simply means we can call this note D and we can also call it C double sharp. And this is the principle of enharmonic equivalence, which is when a note is having more than one name as a result of something in music called the equal temperament. Okay, so let me give you another example. This is the note D. If we increase the pitch of the note D by a whole step, we're going to have D double sharp. Okay, so we're simply applying the same skip a note technique. We skip this black note and we go from D to this place. So we're going to have D double sharp. So it means this white note, which I told you before is called E, can also be called D double sharp. Okay, so this note which is called E can be called D double sharp, and this is the principle of enharmonic equivalence again. A note can have more than one name. Okay, that's what enharmonic equivalence tells you. Okay, so let me give you one more example. If this is the note, what note should I use now? Let me use the note E. This is the note E. Okay, if we wanted to apply a double sharp to this note, it simply means we're going to increase the pitch of the note E by a whole step. And to do that, we're going to skip one note. Remember, so to skip one note, we're going to skip this white note, which is F. And I'm going to go from E to this place, and we're going to get to this place, and we're going to call this E double sharp. So we have E double sharp, E double sharp. So it simply means if you apply the double sharp symbol to the note E, you're going to increase the pitch of the note E by a whole step. You're going to have E double sharp. So it means this black note here is called E double sharp. But this is really interesting because in the last few lessons, I told you that this note can be called F sharp. I also told you that you can call it G flat from the last video. Okay, I told you can call it G flat or F sharp. But now I'm telling you can call it E double sharp. So the name of those black notes is called E double sharp. Okay, so this is where we apply the double sharp accidental to notes on the piano. Okay, this is the way we apply the double sharp accidental to notes on the piano. So what we're going to do is we're going to move to the next phase in this lesson, and we're going to look at the double flat accidental. So what is a double flat? Well, a double flat is an accidental, okay, that reduces the pitch of a note by a whole step. So if you look at the screen right now, you're going to see the symbol for a double flat. So it reduces the pitch of a note by a whole step. So let me give an example of what that means and how that works. Okay, for example, let's assume this is the note C. Okay, this is the note C, and we want to apply a double flat accidental to this note. So to reduce the pitch of any note, you have to move towards the left on the piano. Okay, so in this case, we're going to be moving towards the left of the piano. So let's assume this is the note C. If I apply a double flat accidental to this, it simply means I'm going to reduce the pitch of the note C by a whole step. And to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to move from year to year. And we did that by skipping this white note. Okay, we skip this white note using the skip a note technique, which I explained to you in the last video. Sorry, in the second video of this series, I explained that to you. So we're going to go from year to year. Okay, so we're going to have C double flat, C double flat. What does this mean? It means the name of those black notes is called C double flat. And this is really interesting because in the last video I told you the name of this note can be called A sharp, and you can also call it B flat. But now I'm telling you that you can also call it C double flat. So this note has three names: A sharp, B flat, and then C double flat. Okay, so let me show you another example. This is the note B. If I apply a double flat to the note B, what we're going to do is we're going to skip this black note and go from year to year. So we're going to have B double flat. I repeat, B double flat. So what does this mean? It means the name of this white note, which I told you before was called A, can also be called B double flat. So this note can be called A and it can be called B double flat. Okay, let me give you another example. If this is the note A and we apply a double flat accidental to this note, okay, it simply means we're going to skip this black note and we're going to go from year to year. Okay, so we're going to have A double flat, A double flat. It simply means the name of those notes, which I told you throughout this series, is called G, can also be called A double flat. So this note can be called G and it can be called A double flat. Let me give you another example, one final example. This is the note E. Okay, I told you that at the beginning of this video. This is the note E. Okay, so if we apply a double flat accidental to the note E, what happens is we're going to move towards the left of the piano by a whole step, and to do that we're going to skip this black note and we're going to go from year to year. So we have E double flat, E double flat. So this note, which is called D, can also be called E double flat. So this is the note D and this is the note E double flat. But you know why this is interesting? Remember I told you that this note can also be called C double sharp, but now I'm telling you you can also call it E double flat. So this note has three names. You can call it the note D, you can call it the note C double sharp, and you can also call it the note E double flat. So this is the way the double flat symbol works. It works exactly like the double sharp symbol. It reduces the pitch of a note by a whole step. So this is going to be the end of the accidental lessons I've been giving you. There's actually one more accidental which I'm not going to talk about, and it's called the natural accidental. You can always read that up. Okay, that accidental is going to be very important if you are going into things like sight reading. Okay, so if you are reading music from a sheet of paper, you need to know how the natural accidental works. But if you're playing by ear, the four accidentals I've taught you so far, that is the sharp, the flats, the double sharp, and the double flats. They are really, really important. You need to understand how they work. And to be sincere with you, even as you play by ear, you're not going to really need all this double sharp and double flat accidentals. The two common accidentals are going to be meeting every time is the sharp accidental and the flat accidental. For example, a singer can tell you, put me in the key of A flat. You need to know what A flat is. This is not A flat. Okay, someone can tell you put me in the key of F sharp major or F sharp minor. Okay, or someone can tell you put me in the key of B major. Okay, or something like B minor. So for you to know all of these notes, okay, you need to know how the sharp accidental works and how the flat accidental works. Okay, but for you to have a robust knowledge of music, then you need to understand the double sharp accidental and the double flat accidental. And if you want to go deeper, then you need to understand the natural accidental. So I'm going to stop here in this video, and the next video we're going to cover something exciting that's going to move you to the next stage of the learning process and make you a better piano player. So I'm going to stop here. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section and I'm going to reply them. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.